A delegation of Houthi rebels has arrived in Sweden for UN-sponsored peace talks, and a Saudi-backed Yemeni delegation is also on its way, the biggest step towards peace in Yemen's civil war since 2016. The talks will cover further confidence-building steps and a transitional governing body. The nearly four-year-old conflict has killed tens of thousands of people and left millions facing starvation. Joining me now from Brussels for more on this is Muna Lukman, chairperson of Food for Humanity, which is a foundation, a charitable foundation. Good morning to you, Ms. Lukman. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the programme.
Good morning.
On the face of it, these peace talks sound like cause for optimism. So are you optimistic?
I am actually. We all have to be. We should not have very high hopes, but at least we should be optimistic that things are happening for the peace process finally after more than 2 years being stopped, and especially after the last Geneva failure.
We've seen, as you say, many peace talks stall in the past. So far, the two sides are not in the same room in this set of peace talks. So what measures would you hope to see them achieve by the end of these peace talks?
Well, at least if they just start first of all, just being there in the same country and agreeing to be there is good for us. The confidence building measures that we hope to see, at least at this point, is the reopening of the international Sana'a airport, which is something which is very important, ceasefire, and opening the humanitarian corridors in Taiz. These are three very important issues that we have at the Women's Solidarity Network also brought up to the Security Council. Additionally, we're urging the Houthi rebels also to bring the landmine maps. Also, this is very important because civilians are dying daily because of this.
The statistics are horrifying, and the images that we're seeing are also shocking. I mean, the UN's warning that those facing famine in Yemen could rise to 14 million people. Just describe for us what you've seen. I mean, if these peace talks stall once again, what do we see on the streets of Yemen?
Well, at least, I mean, the famine that is happening, we've actually seen this since 2015. I've had lots of malnutrition cases that I have seen for a long while ago, but the international media has suddenly now focused, and I think the Gamal Khashoggi case has brought that kind of attention to Yemen. This attention was much lacked before, and I think that just the ceasefire and cessation in all cities, not just in Hodeidah, is very important so that we can bring in food and aid to the people. We've seen people eating from leaves, and even worse than that, people are eating from slums and garbages, and they're drinking from contaminated water. It's so devastating that it cannot really be described. And we really thank all the